Greetings and welcome to Pinball Help. Here I am messing around with a Gottlieb top score. This is the two-player version of the four-player game 300, and a 1970s era Gottlieb electromechanical machine. And we'll take a quick look at the Playfield. I picked this up pretty cheap and I've been trying to get it working. It's got all kinds of little problems wrong with it, and I'm trying to kind of just go through it, learning and fixing. So I'll bring you up to speed with what I've been doing on the game. First off, the Playfield's in pretty good shape. I cleaned and waxed it, I put all new rubbers in, cleaned the plastics, and for its age it's in pretty nice shape. I didn't super duper clean it, I just wanted to make it nice and relatively smooth and playable for now. And it's pretty complete. I haven't rebuilt the flippers yet. So let's fire up a game and I'll show you what I'm dealing with here. It's got a neat little animation in the back box here, if you see, where it kicks balls into this little tray there, and then it counts them down at the end of the ball or at certain other points in the game, and that's like the bonus counter. And apparently the balls can count for different bonus levels depending upon what ball it is. I'm still learning the rules. I don't have a manual or any schematics for this game yet, so I'm kind of just fumbling through it. So let's fire up a game and I'll show you what I'm dealing with so far. I've got the glass off of it. So when I first got it, one of the common problems is the score reels don't reset. As you can see, I've fixed this problem, and I've got the score reel to reset to 0. So let's take a look and see what kind of gameplay we're dealing with here. And the game's not level at all. So first off, here's a few of the things that are wrong with it. The 100-point chime doesn't work. This right here should give us 500 points. And we don't hear the ding, 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 ding. We don't hear that 100-point chime. You can see, if you look up there, it counts it, but it doesn't do it. Now, the 1,000-point chime does work. And dog, stay out of there. Boy, I'm telling you, as soon as I'm not paying attention, that dog is into something. Stay out of there. Okay, back to the pinball game. So I haven't looked at that, but I think that there's a loose wire on the coil firing the 100-point chime. I'm not really worried about that right now. I'm trying to get the functionality. I was having a problem with the score numbers rolling over. This has been something I've been messing with. So see, 10, when this hits 90, it should roll over like that. The score reels still need to be cleaned a little bit, but they are working. It looks like whoever had this had they put some non-standard springs in those score reels, so the tension on them is slightly off. So I've got that working. It's a little rusty. The 10-point seems to work okay. The 100-point, see there, it didn't roll over the 1,000. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. So if I hit this again, it should roll over to 33,000. See, and it didn't. I'm not exactly, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's end the ball, and you'll see it's supposed to kick on ball 2, so it's giving me 2,000 for every ball that was in the slot. So sometimes it's racking up the 1,000 and sometimes it's not. I'm not exactly sure where that is. I think it may be somewhere down on the score motor. So because when you hit these little switches on the bottom, I mean, it fires something 5 times. So what you do is you go down here into the bottom of the machine. Reduce this down a little bit. Let's see if you can see. I'm going to knock the legs down. Alright. And if we look down into the machine, you see the score reel right there. Now, when I hit a shot with 500 points, you'll see something down there flash. I don't know, let me see if I can zoom in on it a little bit. So there's our score motor, and when I hit it, you see those the little flashy things? It's like 5 little flashes. You see? So that gives me a clue as to where the switches are firing for those 5 1000 or 5 100 point things. So I'm thinking maybe the contact in there might need to be cleaned a little bit. So I haven't gotten down into the score motor and really started messing with it yet, but I think that may make the 500 points tabulate a little bit more clearly. Alright, let's bring this thing back up. And look over a few other little things. This is more of a kind of an assessment than an actual here's how I'm fixing stuff, although I will go over some of the things that I've done so far. You'll notice with this flipper, that's a pretty nasty buzz. This one's not so bad. So see, that's probably the coil stop on the flipper is loose or it's mushroomed, so I'm going to probably pull the flipper apart, take a look at it. In all likelihood, I'll probably want to replace the coil stop on it and check the little piston and make sure that it's smooth. But obviously it's chattering, and that's pretty bad chattering. Ouch. So we don't want that. If this was painted, it would wear all of the paint around it. One of the nice things about some of these Gottliebs is they didn't paint around the flippers. You don't have to worry about any kind of stuff there. So I still have to work on that. And I'm still not getting the scoring thing working completely the way I'd like. So I'm still fiddling with that. Other problems I've noticed is, let's see, let's have it count these score down. And you see the balls up there, it should count them down and it should put 1,000 up there for each one. 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. Sometimes it counts, sometimes it doesn't. Now I don't know if it's always messing up on certain numbers on the reel. That might indicate there's some weird gunk in a certain spot on the reel, I don't know. But kick, bonus ball, bonus ball. So now we got 3 bonus balls, so I'm going to let it die. Wow, did that give me 10,000 for every ball there? That's odd. Let's take a look at that again. Bonus ball, bonus ball, bonus ball. So we've got 3 balls in the back thing. We're on ball 5. I'm going to end the ball. What kind of points is it going to give me? So 3,000 for each one. See, and something's definitely off there. Look at that. Now it just fired several 10,000s. Okay. So there's some weirdness on the contacts, and it's hard to tell, at least for me, exactly where the problem is. So I've kind of been fiddling around here in the back box. Now let's take a look in the back box. Oh, and I'll show you another problem here. This is one that I haven't not been able to fix, and I'm not sure exactly what. We just did ball 5. Now it's started over. It's on ball 1 again or something. But yeah, that gives like a mystery ball bonus. See, it's going nuts here. So sometimes it's firing the 1,000 and sometimes it's firing the 10,000. That's obviously wrong. But now it just keeps kicking another ball out. The game never ends. And it's set to a 3-player game. And it keeps just... Now it says ball 1 again. Now it's ball 2. So it never ends the game. So there's something wrong there with that. I'll show you how I fix the score reels resetting. Let's go around in here. Yes, okay. And here's the back of the score box here. And you'll see I've labeled the reels 10, 100, 1,000, and 10,000 here. And I'll shut the power off so we can get a good look at this. 1 second. Lights around. Okay. All right. So, if you have a reel that's not rolling over, and the nice thing about these Gottliebs is they're pretty easy to remove. There's a little tab here. You just push it to the side and this thing slides out. And so there's your reel, and you can work on it. And you'll see these switches right here. These are the little leaf switches. One of them is normally closed during the numbers, and you'll notice this little tab here, you can push on it and it cycles through the numbers. And you'll see there's one that's normally closed when it's 1 through 8 or 9, and then when you hit 9 it closes these other 2 here and opens this one down on the bottom. So there's some kind of a pass-through here so that it sends the current to the next reel to roll over after 9. And then there's a 0 switch down here. So if the score reels aren't zeroing, it's likely this little leaf switch here the contacts need to be cleaned on it. So you can take a little piece of very, very fine sandpaper, use like 2000 or something like that, and you can just go in there like that and just lightly polish those contacts. You don't really want to use anything too abrasive, and that will help the score reels reset. So I'm still fiddling around. Down here you'll see the little stepper unit here. This controls some of the things in the game as far as what ball you're on and what lights light up and things like that. And I wish I had the schematics for it, so I'm kind of just fumbling around with the game right now, not doing anything too dramatic, just cleaning switches and trying to find out what's wrong. There's definitely a lot more that I need to do, and this game is far from working, even though it looks kind of nice and it starts up a game. It's just not ready to play yet, unfortunately. So this is a situation where it'd be better for me to just learn how to do it and then do my little video of, oh look, here's how you fix this, that, and this. So what I'm basically doing is just fumbling around with it, cleaning contacts, taking a look at things, slowly getting one little thing at a time. Right now I've got a problem where I put it in 3-ball mode. There's a set of Johnson plugs on the underside of the playfield that switch you between 3 and 5 balls, and I got it in the 3-ball game, and it goes to the 5-ball game and it keeps giving it back to me. So I'm kind of at a loss as to where that problem is. So I'm just poking around in the game, cleaning contacts and looking at things. And that's where I'm at. So perhaps in the next segment I'll have some more solutions. And if anybody has this game or has any ideas or specific areas for me to check, let me know. That's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.